Alan Ritchson did reach out to Tom Cruise after landing the Reacher role, but the story didn't have a happy ending. Tom Cruise is no stranger to iconic roles. From Jerry Maguire to Ethan Hunt, there is something about his performances that stick with audiences years after the films come out. That's why when Alan Ritchson was cast as Jack Reacher in the Reacher TV series, he knew he had some big shoes to fill. Ritchson's physicality may be a better fit for the character than Cruise's was, according to myriad online fan opinions. But the fandom around Cruise as a movie star is still unmatched. Apparently, the Titans actor reached out to Tom Cruise when he was cast, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Looking at the controversial fan response to Tom Cruise's Jack Reacher, Cruise played Jack Reacher for 2 major motion pictures that performed well at the box office. The films are a lot of fun and have that Tom Cruise intensity infused in them which connects so much with fans. However, Cruise still received a lot of criticism as Reacher because his physicality didn't exactly match the description in the books by Lee Child. Ritchson was aware of this, and in a recent interview with Jimmy Kimmel Live, the actor expressed how indebted he felt to Cruise, despite the backlash the movie star received from his own portrayal. Ritchson said, "This is truly a testament to Cruise's movie stardom. Even though he wasn't cast in accordance with the book description, he was still able to bring people out to the theaters. Honestly, I think there likely wouldn't be a Reacher series without the immense amount of success the movies achieved before it. As it stands, it gave the IP a deeper awareness and likely prompted fans to check out the Ritchson version, making the Reacher series a streaming hit amongst those with an Amazon Prime subscription. Because of this, Ritchson tried to reach out to the Oscar nominee to thank him for passing the torch. What happened when Alan Ritchson tried to reach out to Tom Cruise as a symbol of gratitude and expression of appreciation? The new series lead decided to write Tom Cruise a heartfelt letter. The letter was meant to bridge the gap between the 2 Jack Reachers, according to Ritchson. The gesture was well intended. However, when Ritchson tried to give the letter to one of their mutual partners at Skydance, they refused to pass on the letter on to the megastar. Ritchson explained, "Clearly the letter gesture wasn't popular amongst people at Skydance, no matter how well-intentioned. Even if he was unable to say what was in his heart to Tom Cruise with the letter, Ritchson still used his appearance on Jimmy Kimmel's show to express his appreciation for the actor who initiated the Jack Reacher role, and how thankful he is that Cruise made the IP such a popular one. The Magnolia actor may have moved on, like the Skydance executive said, but everyone loves hearing a nice message of thanks, and he probably appreciates the sentiment." When Alan Ritchson landed the lead role of Jack Reacher in Amazon Prime Video's series Reacher, fans were excited to see how this talented actor would bring the iconic character to life. For Ritchson, taking on the mantle of Reacher, a larger-than-life ex-military policeman with an imposing physical presence, was both a tremendous opportunity and a daunting task. But, as any fan of the Reacher novels by Lee Child knows, this was a role that came with expectations, comparisons, and some rather large shoes to fill, namely those of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise had famously portrayed Jack Reacher in 2 feature films, Jack Reacher 2012 and Jack Reacher Never Go Back 2016. While Cruise's performances were well received by many, a portion of the Reacher fanbase was vocal about their disappointment with the casting, primarily due to Cruise's physical stature. In the books, Reacher is described as a hulking figure, standing at 6'5" with an imposing frame, something that Cruise, at 5'7", didn't exactly embody. When the casting announcement for the Amazon series was made, fans were immediately drawn to Ritchson's physicality, as he much more closely resembled the towering Reacher described in the books. But stepping into a role that had been previously portrayed by a global superstar like Cruise came with its own set of challenges. In interviews, Ritchson has openly talked about how much respect he has for Cruise in his work. He knew that comparisons were inevitable, but he wanted to bring his own interpretation of the character, while also acknowledging the contributions Cruise made to the Reacher legacy. After all, Cruise's portrayal had brought Reacher to a mainstream audience, and his involvement had undoubtedly helped grow the character's fanbase. In a gesture of goodwill, Ritchson decided to reach out to Cruise after landing the role. He wanted to express his gratitude and perhaps seek some advice on how to navigate the pressures of playing such a beloved character. Unfortunately, that outreach didn't go quite as planned. As Ritchson later recounted in interviews, he had reached out to Cruise in the hopes of connecting with the actor, but he never received a response. While he acknowledged that Cruise is an incredibly busy person, he admitted that he had hoped for a bit more engagement. The story didn't have the happy Hollywood ending that Ritchson might have envisioned, with two actors bonding over their shared portrayal of an iconic character. Instead, it served as a reminder of the often isolating nature of fame and the fact that not every outreach, no matter how well-intentioned, will be reciprocated. To be fair, Cruise is known for being highly focused on his work, often juggling multiple high-stakes projects at once. At the time Ritchson was filming Reacher, Cruise was deeply involved in the production of Mission: Impossible – Dead Reckoning, a sprawling and complex shoot that spanned continents and faced numerous delays due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In addition to his on-screen work, Cruise is famously hands-on with the production aspects of his films, often working behind the scenes to ensure every detail is perfect. Given that level of commitment, it's understandable that a message from a fellow actor, especially one playing a character Cruise had already moved on from, might not have been high on his priority list. Despite the lack of response from Cruise, Ritchson didn't let it dampen his enthusiasm for the role. He threw himself into the project, determined to make Reacher his own. His portrayal of Jack Reacher in the Amazon series was widely praised for its authenticity and adherence to the character's physical and psychological traits as described in Lee Child's novels. Fans appreciated that Ritchson's Reacher was not only a physical match, but also captured the character's sharp intellect, dry humor, and no-nonsense approach to problem-solving. In many ways, Ritchson's journey with Reacher is a testament to the evolving nature of iconic roles in Hollywood. Characters like Reacher, who exist across multiple forms of media, are bound to be reinterpreted and reimagined by different actors over time. Just as Cruise brought his own unique energy to the character in the films, Ritchson's portrayal in the series offers a new take that resonates with audiences in a different way. And while the story of Ritchson reaching out to Cruise may not have had a storybook ending, it's clear that both actors have contributed meaningfully to the legacy of Jack Reacher. In the end, Ritchson's ability to step into such a well-established role and make it his own speaks volumes about his talent and dedication. And although Cruise didn't respond to his outreach, Ritchson has earned his place in the Reacher universe, proving that sometimes the most meaningful connections come not from validation from others, but from a commitment to the work itself. In many ways, Ritchson's journey with Reacher is a testament to the evolving nature of iconic roles in Hollywood. Characters like Reacher, who exist across multiple forms of media, are bound to be reinterpreted and reimagined by different actors over time. Just as Cruise brought his own unique energy to the character in the films, Ritchson's portrayal in the series offers a new take that resonates with audiences in a different way. And while the story of Ritchson reaching out to Cruise may not have had a storybook ending, it's clear that both actors have contributed meaningfully to the legacy of Jack Reacher. In the end, Ritchson's ability to step into such a well-established role and make it his own speaks volumes about his talent and dedication. And although Cruise didn't respond to his outreach, Ritchson has earned his place in the Reacher universe,